Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to today's daily, which is Puzzle Pages, January 25th. I'm looking off to the side because, of course, all of my settings are wrong again. So, hoping we are set up right here. I think we are. I can't click on OBS to make the game work, can I? I have to click on this. Let's get our daily tokens, and I'll just be kind of checking back and forth just to make sure things are lined up correctly. I think they are. Let's get into our main page, see what's going on. I also think I fixed my audio, so that's good until the next time it screws up. Let's get our discount and see what's going on. So nothing extra on our main page. Let's get into Challenger and let's just go roll from there. Let's get at it. Okay. Dried out with heat. Parched, I think it would be. Yep. Comparison. Comparison. Don't know. Next. Elated. Happy. Yep, we got that one. Stuck or caught. Trapped, I think, would be it. Seems like it. Bulb used in cookery would be an onion. Charred remains. Ashes. Okay, good. Let's just stay on the down turn, I guess, for this one at the moment. We'll come back to the crosses. Carried on. Continued. Good. Pharmaceutical recipe would be a formula. Gave essential information. Informed. Briefed, I think it'll be. Yep. Chapter of TV series would be a season. Nope, it's not season. We don't have another S or an N. Well, there we go. Episode, that's better. Let's put that in instead. All right, let's get the 19 here. Reckon numbers. 3-word, then 2-word. Add up. Seems like it works. Metropolitan area of North India. That'd be Delhi, I would guess. Don't know my Indian geography, but that makes sense. 21 was the other one we didn't do. Take up cause. Adapt, no, because no, 2A is not adept. Deploy, depart. I don't know what that one is. Let's go across. Yearly books would be an annual. Large planet would be Uranus. That's how I pronounce it. Western Indian song style. West Indian. Isn't that Calypso? That's an Indian song style? I didn't know that. I thought that was more of like a Mediterranean, not Mediterranean, Caribbean. Okay, learn things. Look into closely. Probe. Brink is edge. Fish-eating mammal, otter. They are adorable. Tied up firmly would be bound. Enclosed in paper would be wrap. Ambition would be dream. Without cease, endless. Maintain rules, uphold. Apply on a surface, spread. I think that works. Now we just have to go back and finish these downs. Take up cause. Adopt. There we go. And what are you again? Comparison would be an analogy. That makes sense. Cool. Not too much trouble there. Let's move on. Right. I'll watch this guy. Might as well, and we'll come back to it. Okay, there we go. Back to it. Let's get the standard in. All right, the 7's going to have to take on you two. This 8 will take on you guys. Plus, because there's a 1, I think it means you as well, right? 1 get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, 2 of them. That's what makes sense. You'd have the 1 plus the gap. This 8 does the same thing, so it's going to do that. What else we got? Anything here that looks good to us? Don't actually see anything. We might have to start using like these 3s and 6s. 3s, 5s, 6s, those sorts of things. 3, gap, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back the other way. This guy here, this has to be part of the 3, so that gives us even more to work with. So 3, gap, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then again, you have to be here. All right. This guy's going to be part of a 3, but it could be a 3 here than that one. What else can we jump into? What about this 3, 1, 4? Because this 3 has to be part of you. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. So we should have plenty to work with there. So it would be 1, 2, 3, gap, 1, gap, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, gap, 1, gap, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now this 4 means you can't be in. This 4 means you have to be in. That's going to finish our 8 and finish this 1 here. Good, let's get those guys taken care of. The 3 and the 3 we can work with now. That's all good. That means this 1 is done as it just popped itself up. You can't be here. The 2 and the 3, I think the 3 has to go down. Yeah, the 3 can never go up here, so it's going to be down here. That means we can put you guys in. That should finish these 4s off, which it does, which means you go away, which means you go in. You're done, you're done. You can't be in, you can't be in. We're going to put 1 here, and you can't be in. Let's see, this 2 is going to be part of that. This 3 has to take on you and can't go down here. That could be a 1 with the 2 down here. Is it ever possible this is part of the 2? Because it would have to be a 1, another 1, then a 3. It could be, actually. Okay, so let's forget about that. What about this 2, though? It says it's done, so you're out of here. What else can we now do? 6. We know it's one of you 2, right? 2, 4, 5. Yeah, one of you 2 has to be in. We don't know if this is the 2 because it could be the 1. This guy here is done. The 2. This has to be one of these guys, so it can't go in there, which means one of you 2 has to be in. Now that does push this 2 into here, which is nice. Finish you off. This 2 does the same thing where these guys can't be in because we can't reach it. Good. What about this 8 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has to connect to our 7. This is going to be part of our 3, so you're out of here. Okay, I don't think we know too much about that yet. We know one of you 2 is in. We know one more of those is in. One of you 2 has to be in. We don't quite know. Okay, this now is the 2, though. Just saw that. So that finishes you. That pushes the 3 down here. Finishes that 2. Pushes the 8 up with the 1. Puts you here. You can't be in because you're going to be one of those 2 ones. All right, next in line. That's the 2 there. We don't quite know what you guys are still, I don't think. 2, 1, 1. Yeah, we know one of those 2 is in, but this guy here can't be because the 4-3 pairing says we can never shove something in there, so that guy has to be in. 1, 2. Now this 3 has to just go on this side because there's no room for it over here. That means you can finish the 4 off. And these 2s can't get down to here, so that should be able to finish these 4 and the 7 off. Yep. Let's get all this stuff out of here. That now says the 4 comes back here, which finishes you. You could, no, you can't be in because that 4 is already done, so that pushes you. That means that's a 1-1 pair there. What about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can get a couple of those guys in. This has to be part of this 3, which means you're done. This 3 can't get to you, which means you're part of the 2, which means it goes 1, 2. Get you out of here. The 4 now says one of those and one of those has to be in, which finishes this 3, which finishes the 6, which finishes the 2, which finishes the 2. Good. Now this guy, the 1 is here, so this can't be in for the 2. You have to be in and... Oop, wrong button. I selected you. Please go over there. Those 2 have to be in. The 3's done. The 2's out of here. Nope, again. Gosh darn it. Stop it. You were out. I keep clicking on it. It's not working. It's annoying me. What I said was you are out, which means you are in. which means you're out. The 5 has to be finished, so let's put those in. It's going to get rid of you, so we have to just finish this guy off. It's be both of you. Okay. What is that, like a hibiscus or something? Flower of some sort? That's a lily? Oh, okay. For some reason I don't think lilies look like that, but I guess I'm wrong. All right, what's next? Kokoro. Let's get into it. Standard play. It's a decent sized one, so we're going to have to find some 3-4 combos, some 16-17 combos. There's one of them right there. That's a 7 and a 6. This has to be a 9. That goes to the 8, not 8, 9. Please work. Let's see what else. This is a 9-7. We obviously can't put the 9 here, so that goes there. That forces the 1-2, 1-2, puts a 5 here. That 16 has to have a 9-7, so that's the 7, that's the 9, that's the 8. You're done, so that currently is a 19, so you have to be a 3. 3, pick the right one, please. Let's see, this 3 is a 1-2. Can we work out what has to happen there? Because we might be able to get a pair going here if we know this is a 1 or a 2. So currently we have 17. So these two have to add to 3 as well. So this is a 1-2 pair, 1-2 pair. Let's see what comes out of that. Yeah, this can't be a 1 because that would force the 8. So this is the 2. Just put them in. You have to be a 7. This is a 45, so it's just taking on every single bit of roll, but you... Okay, let's go to the 6, actually. This, I was going to say the 7, it can't be a 1. I mean, it can't be a 2, but it could be a 1 or a 4, but the 6 here can't be a 2 or a 3, so it is the 1, which now means the 7 is the 4, and you are the leftover 6, which means you are a 1, 2, 3, and 2, which pushes the 1 and the 2, which pushes the 9 and the 7. And now we probably have to find another intro. Yep, 16, 17 right here. Oh no, that's not right. That's a 3 spot. My bad. You can't be a 1, you're 2, 1. That's going to tell us the 9 and the 7. And if that is 8, you have to be 9, which means you are 8. These are a 9, 7, 9, 7. This has to be a 9, 8, 6. So this is the 9. 7, 9, and 6. Of course, this is another 45, so we're going to have every digit go in there at some point. This is a 9, 8. This is a 9, 8. So we know these two are 17, which means these two are 12. I don't know if that's telling me much yet. Let's try to find another in somewhere, maybe. Let's see. Do we have something we can really roll with, or do we have to start putting in these pairs and see what happens with them? Okay, no, we don't. You can't be a 7, so you're the 9, 7, which means you are a 5. Little bit of work there. 1s and 2s here. I don't know if that says what this 13 is, unless the 7 actually, yeah, the 7 does actually. Because with Seth, we put a 7 here, the remaining 3 have to add to 6. So this is a 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. This is either 1, 2, or 3. This is either 1, oh, this is the 3. Just notice that 3 sitting there. So this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. What else we got? We got a bunch of 9s and 7s we can probably put in here. Let's do that and then start looking at the math. Because we're going to have a ton of this stuff sitting here. Let's start with this 15. If this is a 7, these two have to add to 8. Don't see a problem with that. If it's a 9, they have to add to 6. Don't see a problem with that. What about this 29? These are 16, so the remainder have to add to 13. And we can't use 9, 4, or 7, 5. Or, yeah, 9, 4, or 7, 5, or 7, 6. Gosh, I can't do math. So therefore, it is the 8, 5. And you can't be a 5, so you're the 8. That'll set all this off. 9, that's going to push the 1 and the 2 and the 1 and the 2s. And then we can regroup up here somewhere. Okay. The 17 here, we actually could have done. This is the 8 and 9. Let's start putting these 9 8s in. Again, we can probably maybe work something out from them. That was 17. We said these two had to add to 12 now, and they can't be 9 3 or 8 4, but they could still be... Well, they have to be a 7 5. That's the only other way to make 12, isn't it? Can't do 6 6 now, can we? So if this is a 7 5, well, that's not a 5. That's a 7. That's the 5. And what are you two left over? We need a 2 and a 4. Can we remove 2 from one of those? That seems like the most likely candidate. What happens if you're a 2? That would be a 9 18 most, and this would be a 7. Or if we go the opposite way with not putting the most, we're putting a 2. That's 9 plus the 8. That's 17. It'd have to be another 9. Wait, hold on. Brain stopped working there for a second. My bad. No, it was 7 plus the 2 is 9. Okay. So that could still work. You're 14. These guys have to add to 15. That's the better way to go about it. Because if they have to add to 15, it's an 8-7 pair. You are the 8. You are the 7. That's going to set this off. Just looked in the wrong place. It happens. That is 15, so you have to be a 4, and then you had to be a 2. So there it is. All right, Sudoku we're not going to do. O's and X's we're not going to do. Let's do the charge up. Let's throw the blanks in here. You can't be, you can't be. This is like tents and trees, so we're pretty familiar with it. These guys have to be in. None of you can be. You and you will be. You and you will be. None of you can be, so you and you will be, and then we'll just put the blanks in. Good, done. Get out of here. All right, what's next? Word search. Let's get at it. What's our Burns night? I don't remember. It's a British thing, but or Scottish thing. It's not British, Scottish, but I can't remember what the all the specifics of the celebration of that. So if you happen to be Scottish or you're British and you still know what Burns Night is, because they celebrate in the UK as well, in Britain, but let me know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but let's get into this one. What do we got? Burns, Neeps, Haggis, Poetry, Whiskey, Supper, Speech, Tatties, Bagpipes, Scottish Celebration, Tam O'Shanter, and Auld Lang Syne. Okay, well, here's Auld Lang Syne. Normally something we in America would sing on New Year's. Just putting that out there. I know Burns was he was a poet or something, or author or something like that. Burns, where's Burns? You're around here somewhere, good sir. Where are you? Why can't I find you? I thought I looked at this guy up here already and I didn't find him. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's right here. Didn't even see that one. Neeps, I have no idea what neeps mean. Let me know if you do. And neeps are right here. Haggis, I do like some haggis. I used to cater a lot, so we used to work for, we used to do a party, an annual thing. I can't remember what time of year it was, but it was they always served haggis. And because I was part of the catering staff, I got to try it. We didn't make the haggis. It was something that was brought in by the people who actually did the celebration, but we served it and all that kind of good stuff. Anywho, poetry. Where's the poetry? Dude, go away. Poetry, poetry, poetry. You're getting a lot of history from me today for some reason. I guess because I have knowledge of such things, and therefore I speak on them. I'm having a hard time today finding stuff, though, that's for sure. I don't know why. Usually I'm pretty good at, there it is, poetry. Whiskey, I have a ample knowledge of what whiskey is. Supper and speech. Supper's up here. Speech is right there. Tatties are potatoes. They are there. Ooh. Oh no, they're going this way. Sorry. Get out of here. Tatties, bagpipes. Some people love bagpipes. Some people hate them. I'm kind of a fan. Bagpipes. Scottish, of course. We already went into that. Scottish is right here. Celebration. Yep, that's what it is. Here you are in a Tam O'Shanter. Little bit of a drinky poo. Where are you at, Tam? Tam O'Shanter's right there. Perfect. Good old Burns night. What is it? Rabby Burns. That's what he's usually going to cross some. I'm skipping because I don't like it. Wordy, we're going. Moving on. Let's do our crane. Well, that's not... Okay, we got an E at least. Goodness gracious. Let's do our pious. We get a P. That's not helping much, is it? P and E. How do we start with that one? Do we just put a glyph in here? I think we do, just to get some more letters out there. We actually get an L. That's interesting. And I guess the glyph would have also worked because we put another location of a P. I would assume this is an EL here, with maybe the P being here. What could... Oh, it could be expel. That'd be an interesting one with the double E. Let's do it. E and an X. How often did that come up? Hey, we got it. Cool. Very nice. Just putting in those letters really started to work things through, so worked. Perfect. Alrighty, code word is the last one. Hopefully we can figure this one out today without too much difficulty. We've got quite a bit of time left over, so we should be able to get into it, but you never know. This is an interesting one. There can only be so many things that go here, but there are actually quite a few things that can go here. Is any of them more likely? Because it could be an L for sleigh, could be a P for spay, could be a T for stay, could be a W for sway. So there's really a lot of things. So it's not a letter that's going to be a ton of gets a ton of use because it only has two things. What about you? You're a little bit more of a maybe less that can occur. A something something Y. Again, not a big number of letters using that space though. And I can't think of anything great that works there either. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Do anything that's like has a ton of different letters on it? 15 seems to be the most that I can see so far. What about this? Ooh, what about the 12? It's going to 3 different letters. It's like L seems to be a big one there. This could be like lull. And this could be something LLAS. Is there anything else that works there? I'm just going to run through the letters here for a second. No. It's going to definitely be a consonant, that's for sure. I don't think so. I'm going to put L in because I can't think of anything else that works. And then U would be a U. Now U is only 2 letters, but I could see that one being the least used of the vowels. Now the question is going to be, what would U be? Oh, this has to be a vowel. E, I, it could be I. I think I is pretty good, particularly with like the U and then a vowel. And this could be like villas. I'm going to put the I in there. We'll run with that. Is there anything else this one could be? Although the double I is not good. I didn't even notice that. Let's change up. Double O is much more likely. Double E could also be. What would this word be though with either of those? I don't know of anything that would be ELLAS. I guess fellas is technically a word. What else would go there? I don't think of anything else. What about the O? What works as an O here? I don't think O works. Oh. No, I don't like the O. We're going to put the E here, and we'll roll with that. UE is also still very good, so we'll stay with that. Now, this very well could be F, because this phi here with fellows, yeah, we're not going to end in a double O most. I mean, coup could work, but I don't think so, particularly when we have other such things occurring. So I'm going to stick with that. This is probably fun. Is there anything else it could be? Fur would work. It's either fun or fur. How does that work with some of these other guys, though? N or R? Neither works. At least for this guy, right? Is Bella's? Could we use Bella's instead? Because that makes a lot more sense. Like, yeah, I think that works. Because then we can do S, and SL will definitely work. And B still works. Let's do that. Wait, we can't use an S. Shoot. Bug? Bug will work. Because we can do like glazed and gust. This has to be a Z and a D. I'm going to put it in. What about this? You could be an H, though. You can be a T. I think that's the only thing it can be. So T or H. Either one work better? Don't know that they do. What about you? Age something. Not really getting anything. What about you? Like, you could be bevel using those. No, we just used the B. Shoot. We can't put an L there either. Could be an R for revel. What would this be, though? I feel like I'm going down the wrong road of something here. Army will work. Arty. I guess you could do RT as well. So M or T on these other guys. This could certainly be meets or meeks. My something. Would that ever work, though? Like, the only thing I know that's it's MY is myopic. Obviously, that doesn't fit. But what would a T be for any of these guys? T. I might just hit these, see if I have anything wrong, just so I'm not sitting here. Let me do that. I'm going to check for errors. We do have errors, okay. I was going to be there for too long. So V and B are both dumb. Not dumb, they're wrong. Okay, let's go back to it. What can you be? You could still be T, but tell us. Let's think about these guys and then correlate it back to you. We know it's not B. Fug doesn't work for F. That's why I don't want to go back to that one. Hug, Hellas, he though? He's not a word as far as I know. Knee, but Nellas and Nug? No. P, Pellas, and Pug? T was the other one, but Tellus. Tellas? We? Wugs? I don't know what the heck this is. We said this wasn't a V, but this could be B, like for rebel. Maybe we just have to think on that one for a second, because I don't think there's a repel. I think also works, so P could go there. This one's getting me because I don't know what this is. Just running through it in my head. It doesn't make any sense. None of these words make any sense. Fellas was the only thing that worked, but fug is not a word. And bellas would have worked, just the plural of bella. I guess bella's more of a proper name, though, I guess. I have no idea what that is going to be. And I don't know what you are either. Because again, this could be Army or Artie, but what the heck happens here with either of those two? Now that's A-W-R-Y. I was going to say awry up here, but with the W, but then... I have absolutely no freaking clue. I'm just going to take this one. I don't know. It is arm. It is army. What are you then? Myth. No, myths. This has got to be myths. Okay, I'm rolling with that. That is gush. I just don't know what tell us or would be. This has to be agent and name. This is going to be the I. Let's go over to here, maybe. This is going to be adjective. What are you? We got a double letter up here. The only thing it could be would be an O. Vowing would work, and sway, and whisk, and spook, and pixies, and exited. He said this wasn't. No, I said it wasn't F because I don't think fug's a word. Quench. It's fug? What the heck is fug? And where's the B? Rebel. Okay. I'm going to have to look up fug because that's not a word in my world. If it is, but it's like a not so nice word that you'd use not to curse. Okay. I looked it up because I had to know. Fug is apparently British English. Of course, I wouldn't know it then. It means a warm, stuffy, or smoky atmosphere in a room. Okay. That's new on me. Go British. This was very British Central, wasn't it? Because it was Burns Night. Well, Britain being the entirety of the UK again. No disparaging to to the Scottish here. But weird. So fug. I have to remember that fug is a word. I don't know if I'll ever use it again or ever see it again, but there it is. Well, that's gonna be it. Yeah, we're done with it. We're not gonna do it as an exit cross numbers for Sudoku. So, and we are already past the 30 mark because that code word took like 10 minutes to do or more. So, but anyway, hope you learned a little bit today with some of these words and some things about my past and all that sort of good stuff. But anyway, that was our puzzle page for January 25th. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.